right, it is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. It is 6 p.m. We'll call our meeting to order and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Judy, if you want to take the roll call.
Simonson?
Yes.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Lyon? Collister?
Yes.
Kuhlman?
Yes.
Ehlinger? Yes. Holm?
Yes.
Okay, next we have the approval of our agenda for tonight.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Collister, seconded by Holm. Any more discussion? Holm.
No, it's Holm. It's me.
Okay, sound just alike. Anyway, take the roll.
Rickrell?
Yes.
Collister?
Yes.
Kuhlman?
Yes.
Ehlinger? Yes. Holm?
Yes.
Simonson?
Yes.
Next we have the public participation. We don't have anybody in our audience here. Or anyone in Zoom land wants to address the council? Okay, I guess we'll move on. Next we have presentations. Item A, Mayor's State of the City Address. So, here we go. 2022 has had its challenges and successes. And we are looking forward to 2023 and anticipating it will provide the city of Maquoketa more good things for our citizens. The city council has had some changes. We welcome Karen Ehlinger as our new third ward city council person, and we'd like to thank former councilman Brett Good for his services to this community by being on the council. Council members appointed Ehlinger at the final meeting of the year last year, and she's learning the ropes and looking forward to joining into our conversations. In this coming year, the city has received $3.2 million from the state to help pay for the needed renovations and modifications to the city's water and wastewater facility. The rest of that money will come from other funding sources so we can keep the costs of this project down and the residents' water and sewer bills as close to what they are now. Our taxes over the last couple of years have remained pretty steady, and that's how we would like to keep them. But there are more projects that we need to complete and move on with. The east and west half Platt Street project is nearly completed. This is a Department of Transportation project, and they make a lot of the decisions on how it should look and where things will go. There are some cleanup items which need to be done after the first of the year, but we anticipate both halves of that road being ready to go and hope these projects are finished as soon as possible once the spring arrives. The city has also received a $700,000 Destination Iowa grant for the renovation and improvements at Prairie Creek Park. The idea for this project is a joint project between Jackson County Conservation and the city of Maquoketa is to provide some additional amenities to the park, such things as disc golf and more camping facilities. It is a beautiful park, and we are glad to be part of its renovation. And the city parks have not been overlooked. They've had a good look taken at them, and they need replacement of a lot of equipment, and the parks need to be made more accessible for all. So that they are great places for our kids and family to go. Our city council meetings start at 6 p.m., the first and third Mondays of every month. And you can watch them on Zoom or on the city's website later on. But we encourage all to keep yourselves familiar with what's happening in our city. You may come to the city council meetings or any of the committee meetings. If you would like to speak, all you have to do is just let the committee chairman know ahead of time so they will know to give you an opportunity to talk. The council and I believe it is important for our citizens to be involved and informed about city business. We have a new police chief, Brendan Zeimet, and we have two new officers, Kane Kopp and Ronnie Paulson. And we still have one more opening to fill on the police department. Emails of all city department heads are on the website, and it is our intent to be open and willing to help in any way we can if needed. City Manager Josh Bolt has done a terrific job his first year here, and we hope he stays in Maquoketa for quite a long time. He is very much involved in city business and in the community, and that is the job of a city manager. And he's always available for your questions and comments. And if you'd like to reach any member of city staff or city council member, you can do so by calling City Hall 563-652-2484 and leave us a message. We will get back to you. 2023 is going to be a year for the city and projects that we have planned, but we do need your input and comments before we sign off on them. Help us make 2023 another good year to be proud of. Thank you. Okay, we move on to item 7. That's our consent agenda, and it's long enough. So, Item A is the minutes of the December 19th, 2022 regular city council meeting. Item B is bills payable through January 3rd, 2023 in the amount of $826,547.32. Item C is a renewal of a Class E liquor license and Sunday sales filed by Hy-Vee Dollar Fresh. Item D is approval of the 2023 annual scheduled meetings. Item E, approval of a mayoral appointment to council committees. Appointment of Josh Collister as the mayor pro tem is item F. Item G is the appointment of Dan Holm as the city council representative on the airport commission. Item H is appointment of Kevin Kuhlman and Carolyn Ehlinger as council representatives on the Park and Rec Commission. Item I is the appointment of Dan Holm as council representative to property maintenance. Item J is the appointment of Brendan Zeimet as Jackson County E911 Board Representative and Bob Lane as his alternate. Item K is an appointment of Sue Sandberg and Sue Siems to the Airport Commission. Item I is a reappointment of Jeff Tampier to the Civil Service Commission. Item M is a reappointment of Mark Lyon and Josh Collister to the Downtown Incentives Board. Item N, reappointment of Joel Hosette, Brenda Clemmy, and Ron Haran Jr. to the Historic Preservation Commission. Item O is a reappointment of Judy Lyon to the Library Board. Item P is a reappointment of Ron Haran, Carol Bolt, Carol Hamilton to the Parks Board. Item Q is a reappointment of Barb Schrader and Patricia Waukee to the Property Maintenance Board. And item R, the reappointment of Maggie Mohausen, Glenn Short to the Tree Board. Okay, we got a motion by Collister, seconded by Kuhlman. And discussion, take the roll.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item 8 is a public hearing regarding plans, specifications, and form of a contract for the stormwater sewer levy project.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Today, I haven't had any questions regarding these plans, besides us coming into the recommendation to re-engineer, at least down to the budget cost I've mentioned. This is the public's opportunity to do so. Without any comment, we'll move on and recommend approval to close it and then go to the next item.
Okay, do we have a motion to close the public hearing? Motion by Holm, seconded by Rickroll. Do we have no discussion? Take the roll.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item 9 is old business, and it's a resolution approving plans, specifications, form of contract for the stormwater levy project. Right? Good.
No further comment, Mayor.
Okay. So, here we have a motion by Collister, seconded by Holm. We have no discussion, take the roll.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yes.
Kuhlman.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item 10 is new business. Item A, the resolution authorizing invitation to bid on the stormwater levy project.
Thank you, Mayor. This one would officially invite competitive bidders to start in on the project. The last bidding series, I believe we had 5 altogether. In about a month and a half from now, we'll receive final offers again and hopefully put before you a good proposal that makes sense.
We have a motion by Simonson,
Second.
seconded by Rickroll. And if we have no discussion, take the roll.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rick Earl.
Yes.
Hollister. Kuhlman.
Yes.
Ehlinger.
Yes.
Item B is a resolution amending the legal services agreement we have with Leach Dallas.
Thank you, Mayor. This one is the last substantial item on the agenda, but one that I believe and Judy believes we need to put forward for your consideration on our city's contract for attorney services. We use 2 main ones. This is one of them. Some years we've done extremely well for budget costs, and other years we've incurred some expenses. I laid that out in the narrative, in which $5,456 was in fiscal year 21-22, but the prior year, I believe that there was a YMCA billing still going on at that time. We're doing pretty good this year so far, but that could be subject to change, just depends on what happens. Like everywhere else, they're going through different wage increases, and the chart I've laid out for you kind of identifies what we have currently versus what we'll have in the future if we agree to this. I would say the other kind of caveat to this contract amendment is that they're going to include travel time. So we'll be aware as staff on our invitations to their travel time to Maquoketa.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Can we alleviate that travel time by using Zoom?
Yes, yeah, that's, we have a meeting, coming up where, looking at this contract, I said, hey, we'll phone call you. So as opposed to them driving an hour and a half and spending, what now, $250 for an hour and a half travel time? Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Anybody else? We got a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we got a motion. Motion by Rickle, seconded by Kuhlman. And we have no discussion, take the roll.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Hollister, Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger, Holm.
Yes.
Okay, we made it to reports and communications. Anybody on the council have anything to report? City manager?
I just want to welcome Councilwoman Caroline Ehlinger to the council here. I'm sure there's some new faces that she's getting used to. I thought maybe we ought to introduce ourselves as staff. I think she knows Judy, but do you know Frank and Jeff Bodenhofer?
I know Jeff, I've been introduced to Frank.
Yeah. Anytime you have questions, they'll be available to help you out in any way. Within the last 2-3 weeks, I think the biggest news is that the federal government, it's now signed into by the president, is the $3.5 million award we were getting for the wastewater plant was a pretty high confidence that we're receiving, but we now know it's a certainty. So I think that's excellent for the community, as you mentioned, Mayor, and that's probably the biggest news we could share over the holidays. So it was a good thing to have.
Good. Okay, we move into an executive session, which is a closed session under Iowa Code 21.51C regarding minute litigation. We have a motion to go into closed session. Motion by Coleman, motion by Collister, seconded by Coleman. Go ahead and take the roll.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Hollister, Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger, Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Session is closed. Closed session is over.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, we got a motion by Coleman, seconded by Simonson. No discussion, take the roll.
Kuhlman,
Yes.
Ehlinger,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Hollister.
We're adjourned.